A really common interview question is, why are you interested in this university? And almost every college admissions interview will include this question. There are a few other variations that are very similar for this question. One is, how did you decide which schools interest you? And which schools are you considering and why? What the interviewer is really looking for here is they want you to demonstrate interest in their specific university. And they want to make sure you're knowledgeable on the school that you're applying for. They really care about students choosing their university because you want to be in that specific school. And they're also wanting you to show that you have a connection to that university. You're not just applying randomly. You're not just picking every school that you want to send an application to. You're making a deliberate choice to choose their university because of something specific about it. So the way I recommend you answer this is tell them your criteria for choosing a university. If you're looking for a big school, tell them why. If you're looking for a small school, tell them why. And once they understand your criteria, they will understand why their university is a good fit for that criteria. You should also tell them your research methods. If you've done an on-campus visit and you've learned about the university from being there, tell them about that. If you've looked online, or if you've talked to alumni, or if you've done any other research, tell them that you've worked to discover what it is about their university that matches their criteria. And then finally, give them very specific school attributes. If that school has amazing research instructors, or if they have a technology that a lot of other schools aren't leveraging, tell them about that and tell them that you know their school is specifically good at something that interests you. Now let me explain some of the criteria you may lay out. You may talk about, are you looking for a big school or are you looking for a small school? That'll make a difference, and the interviewer will want to know what your priority is. Another criteria is you might be looking for a school that's particularly good in a certain subject that interests you. Or you might look at a school that has different resources than other schools or offers different experiences. And then finally, you might be looking for a specific culture. Different schools are known for different things. Some schools are known for having overachievers. Some schools are known for having a team-based environment. Tell them what kind of culture you're looking for in your criteria. And then tell them the specific school attributes that interest you. What's different about their school? What are things you've observed from your research? What are areas they're particularly proud of? They might have something on their website that they go really deep on. It may be the historical traditions that they have. It may be their connection to the community. It could be anything. Let them know what it is about their school that is specifically of interest to you. Now, let me give you two examples. The first one is a student who's interested in a large, diverse university. You could say, the reason I'm choosing this university to interview with is because I want a big university where I'm going to be exposed to a wide variety of students and a wide variety of subjects. And what I love about your university is you have all kinds of subjects to study. Matter of fact, you have more classes than any other university that I've looked into. And I like the variety of the student body. You have a higher percentage of international students than other schools I've looked at. You also have a higher percentage of diverse ethnic groups. And that's part of what I want in a college experience. I want that diversity. And then I also like the resources that come with a large university. And your university has tremendous research facilities. Your library facilities are better than any university that I've found. So I want that large school diverse experience, and your school is the best at that. Here's a different example for somebody who wants to apply to a smaller liberal arts school. So to answer this question, you may say, I specifically am applying to your university because I like the small community environment. I like the idea of having small classes where I get more interaction with the professors. I also like the sense that I'm going to build that community with my students, and I know that your university is very involved with the local town and the local charities, and that's extremely important to me. I want to be active in my community, and by going to a small liberal arts college that's known for community service, I'm going to make the most out of my interests. So, as you can see, two very different answers for two very different types of universities. Some good answers to this question are you can talk about the size of the school. That's something that universities appreciate. Some students thrive in bigger environments. Some students thrive in smaller environments. You can also talk about their academic ranking. If they're really good in the subject that you want to go into, tell them that. Say, hey, I'm picking your university because you're rated at the top of the university list on business or healthcare or education. Also, you might want to talk about their teaching style. Some universities have a very academic, very research-based teaching style. Some of them are much more practical, where they give you real-world experience. So if they're good at one area or the other, tell them what they're good at and tell them that that interests you. And then also, it's okay to talk about geography. If you want to stay fairly close to family, or if you want to start your career in a certain part of the country, tell them that you're interested in going to their university because it matches up with your geographic preference. Some examples of things not to say is, don't talk about the parties. Don't say, hey, I want to go to the school because I heard the parties are great, or the sports team's really fun, or it's got really good weather and I just want to go lay out on the beach because it's next to a beach and it's got warm weather. And then also, don't make too big of a deal out of your friends and family. Don't tell them that you just want to go to that university because some of your friends are going there or because that's where your uncle went. They want you to be an independent thinker. They want you to choose their university because of the criteria you've set based on your academic interests and the size of the environment you're going to thrive in. So make sure you've done your research on the university and be prepared to answer why you're choosing that university to apply to, and make sure that your answer matches up with something that university is very proud of and something that they're known for. If you want tips for answering more questions that you might get during college admissions interviews, then just click on the link below. It'll take you to a site that has tips for the most commonly asked interview questions. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and best wishes. I hope your college admissions interviews are amazing.